He figured this out in like, I guess it was World War I or World War II. And then World War I. So he figured this out. And then right afterwards, he figured out how to make Zyklon gas.
Okay.
So he made Zyklon A gas, which was a gas that was a pesticide. And they used Zyklon A gas for crops to kill off bugs. And it stunk to high hell. It was fucking horrible. So it had this smell attached to it. The Nazis turned that into Zyklon B and were gassing Jews with his invention. On top of that, during World War I, he talked the Germans into using poison gas on the troops. So on the Allied troops, there was the first war where they used like large-scale gassing.
Chemical weapons, yeah.
And so he was both at the same time getting the Nobel Prize for the Haber method of extracting nitrogen from the atmosphere, and then on top of that, wanted for crimes against humanity.
Fuck.
So he was wanted for war crimes, for gassing.
Yeah.
First time they've ever used poison gas on troops. It was thought to be a terrible violation of the rules of engagement.
Have we developed a new fertilizer thing?
No, we still use that.
That's still the standard.
There's two ways of getting nitrogen. You either get nitrogen through natural sources, which is like fish and fertilizer and cow manure and all those types of things, and that's what compost is for, and you get it that way.
Yeah.
Or you get it from the Haber method. Because the oxygen, like when you think about air.
That's the best argument for like, what is it, mulching? What is the thing? Not mulching. What
Compost. Compost.
That's the best argument for compost. It's like, don't support the Nazis.
Right, but he's already dead.
Yeah.
It's large scale. Like large scale composting is a real issue. Like you need a lot of biological waste to make some large scale composting.
Yeah.
But this Haber thing is really, it's a crazy story, man.
Yeah.
Because it sort of embodies like this situation where you got a guy who did this incredible thing that helped so many people, but also did this horrible thing that killed so many people.
Yeah. Why were the Germans so advanced technologically at that time?
I don't know, man. They advanced with engines, with car design, with rocketry.
But why? What is it?
It's hard to say. I mean, they're just brilliant fucking people.
But it's not like they weren't in close proximity to other people in Europe. You would feel like that. You'd think that like that technology would be shared. That's just so.
Dude, it was so crazy how advanced they were that the United States took the Nazis in to run NASA.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Space Force.
Space Force.
Yeah.
It's new. Operation Paperclip. They brought in Nazis.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Didn't the Russians too? I think they like split up all the scientists.
Yeah. They all went either to Russia or the United States. All the biggest killers. And Werner von Braun was a fucking straight up Nazi.
Really?
Yes. The Simon Wiesenthal Center said that if he was alive today, they would prosecute him for crimes against humanity.
Really?
Werner von Braun, the guy who was the head of NASA.
Fuck.
Bro. Awful shit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they used to hang the 5 slowest Jews in front of his rocket factory in Berlin.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, dude, like real legit Nazi shit. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. That was the head of NASA. They just took all those brilliant scientists. Look at him. There he is. Werner von Braun with all the Nazis. Yeah. Big smile. Oh.
It is interesting that like they never, like the brands that happened around the Nazis never like rebranded. Like, you know how like Volkswagen is still
Volkswagen
people's car.
Yes.
Like which people?
Right.
You know which people.
Right.
And then like Hugo Boss, I think is just Hugo Boss. Like if you have a
Hugo
little.
Boss was a Nazi company?
They made the fucking outfits.
Oh, that's right. Didn't we talk about this?
But isn't that like, don't you know how now if you have like a little, like Pizza Hut was like, we remade the pizzas, they're way better. And like, you would think that you would rebrand if you're attached to that. You'd switch the name up.
Right.
You know, in some way. Jake Boss.
Well, people had a different sensibility when it came to things back then.
What you mean?
Because you got to think, because they let things go.